tuned into the Status Network, the Lyve TV channel, and this is the Conversation Corner with your host, the author Andrew Snorton. Every second and fourth Wednesday about this time, we have some great guests doing great things across entertainment, business, community, and more. And tonight, you know it's special, because when I have somebody up here, you know it's an exclusive guest. So you definitely need to make sure you tune in and pay attention. So before we get into our first guest, we've got a couple real short station announcements, as well as reminders of how you can stay connected with me. Of course, your favorite author. If not, I'm going to get there one day and host for the show. First off, with tonight's show, a couple of quick things. If you or someone you know is involved in film on any level, check us out at Status Films, where independents grow. Yes, you'll have access to the platforms on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick. So whether it's a documentary, short film, long film, middle-of-the-road film, make sure to check us out and connect with us at the information provided at the bottom of the screen. The next reminder about the station is, if you or someone you know, if you'd like to be on this side of the microphone, check us out here at Status Network. We have multiple channels based on multiple themes of programming. We also have a radio station, and as you know, yes, film station. We will also give you the training that you need so you can do the best job you can do to connect with an audience. So make sure to check us out here at Status Network for these and your related needs, from shows, podcasting, hosting, you name it, we do it here. And as a quick reminder, after the show, I'm going to have my track shoes on, but tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 Central, it'll be a special edition of my weekly live chat, The Fast 15. I'm excited to have Christopher Smith from Birmingham, Alabama, sharing with me his audiobook, Trap Reflections, and of course, the author's mixtape series. That's my audiobook series. Shouts to 98.7 KISS FM in Birmingham, Alabama for lending support. So make sure after you check me out on this show, check me out a little bit later. That's right, putting in work. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else that we're going to get to at this point in time. But if not, we're going to go ahead and pivot into our exclusive guest. She is no stranger to the show. And when we say people making moves, Ms. Andrews, see, I even got the name right. Ms. Andrews, up in here tonight. Valencia Andrews from She Makes Moves. So during this first segment, we want to make sure our viewing audience gets reminded of who you are, the work that you're doing, and a project that you've got coming up in the heat of the summer during the month of July.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, like you said, I'm Valencia Andrews, CEO of She Makes Moves Enterprises. We're a business and event management company specializing in brand creations and marketing strategies. We do a lot of entertainment events, a lot of events giving platforms to artists and performing artists, visual artists, sculptors, photographers, artists of any platform.
It sounds like you and the art community, that is your passion. Walk through with us, with all these moving parts art-wise, walk through with our viewers. What would you say was that nudge or push to help bring all these collectives and creatives through all these different lenses together?
I think it was more or less my passion just for people in general. So I took my passion for people and my passion for the arts, entertainment, and graphics, and put it all together. So entertainment, graphics, designs, that's me.
So in other words, it's like creative gumbo. You put a little bit of this type of seasoning, a little bit of this type of meat, cut up a little bit of this, sliced and diced, through some seasoned salt, a little something like that?
Absolutely.
See, y'all didn't think I knew a little bit of something. I know a little something. You better watch it.
Absolutely. That's my background. I'm a Geechee from Edison Island.
See, I knew it. I knew it. So,
Yes.
but it's great because, like, creative minds, they go, for some people it's like, what are you thinking? But you go in so many different tangents, and to bring all this creative energy together under your business umbrella, that's awfully impressive. Like, how do y'all do it? Like, seriously.
First of all, my faith, my relationship with Christ is number one. And when I think about bringing everything together, of course, my husband, who's an artist, we had to tie him in with everything. That's the first thing. The people closest to me are entertainers, artists, designers, creatives. So I had to pull all of it together to make it work for us. And we're a family. We're a family. So.
And you know what? It sounds like where two or more are gathered. And when like minds come together for a bigger and creative cause, it's just the limits are like limitless.
It's limitless.
And speaking of limitless, and when I caught this, it wasn't not just the event, but then I'm like, Piedmont Park. So when I think Piedmont Park, I think of, like the Atlanta Jazz Festival, maybe a couple other music festivals. I can't say the Dogwood Festival because even though my elderberry is working, me, allergies, pollen, that's kind of like a combustible mix that you don't want to see. But then I see this event, Art in the Park, at Piedmont. Let's make sure everyone gets this correct. Just like Central Park is to New York City, Piedmont Park is to Atlanta.
Absolutely.
Walk through with us the concept behind Art in the Park.
So, first of all, the reason we chose Piedmont Park was the location. And it's not just Piedmont Park itself, it's the location on the water. So when we thought about Art in the Park and displaying artists and all of that, we wanted it to be somewhere visual where everybody can look around and just be whoa, like just amazing. And when it comes to showcasing the artwork of our spotlight artists and creator, founder of the company, and husband as well, we needed it to be somewhere that he would enjoy. He's a water baby just like me. So I'm gonna let Dwayne talk a lot about his passion for art in Piedmont Park, if that's okay.
That is awesome, and that's a good segue. So if we can cut away to the other half of the creative art genius, let's see if we can get him on here. And there we have it. We got Dwayne and Dwayne's team right here. So, Mr. Dwayne, how you doing this evening?
Great. How about yourself?
Hey, doing great. Before talking about the concept of Art in the Park, walk through with our viewers a little bit of your artist journey, your creative journey.
Well, it started all back when I was a kid. My grandfather was an artist, and my father was an artist, and that stuck with me throughout my whole life. And I got into fashion, and it just went from there. From the 8th grade, I started dipping and dabbing more in art, and I fell in love with it, and I never stopped doing art. Art is my life. I live, eat, sleep art. So that's how I became the artist that I am now, and designer.
That's awesome. And we've heard, we've had different guests on the show talk about pursuing your passion. Clearly, this is more than just your passion. This is really an extension of who you are. Walk through with us, once you kind of got those lock and key or in step, what are some of the creative projects that you can look back on and be like, yeah, this is reminding me why I'm here?
Back in high school, did some shows, and I came in first place a lot. And from then on, I just was creative, designing stuff in my house, just doing things out of the ordinary. And I never stopped, and God just put it in me to don't stop. No matter what you do, just don't stop, because you never know when your opportunity is going to come, and you have to be ready. So if you're not ready, you're going to miss out.
And that's real powerful. Like, it's okay to pause and reboot and rest, but you made a good point. It's a difference between resting and completely letting it go. And clearly, even when I look, you just have that artist look. You're just here like, I'm deep in thought. My wheels are in motion. What sculpture am I going to come up and create?
You never stop creating as an artist. You can be in a restaurant on a date, and you'd be like, give me a second. And you have your notepad with you, go sketch out something quick and come back, and you never stop. It's never stop. I sleep sometime, middle of the night, I get up, I want to go and draw with, my wife in the bed. I'm like, I can't do it right now,
So in other words, when people make comments, all I can say is I'm just a creative being creative, and that will allow me to maneuver in spaces and places.
Yeah.
Great. I'm going to credit you for that. So next time someone tries to call me out, I'm like, I'm being creative right now.
That's right.
Don't hate. Yeah. Let me create.
I like it.
Yeah, well, I'm an author, poetry, things along those lines.
Absolutely.
So talk with us about how you've taken all these creative juices, energy, you're in all these different moving parts. Walk through with us really more of the conceptualization of Art in the Park, and as was stated earlier, what makes that location just great for creatives of any level.
The nature of the place, the trees, the atmosphere, people everywhere. You can't go wrong with Piedmont Park when it comes to throwing events. And the lake, the setup, you can't lose. Just the atmosphere will take you at a different place in mind and space. So when you're out there in the park, it's going to be special. It's going to be something that's going to be every year. So you guys can look forward to seeing different artists every year, different vendors. Bring the kids, bring everybody out. You're going to enjoy yourself out in Piedmont Park. Shit.
Great. Now let me ask you this: with the event coming up, and correct me if I'm wrong, the event's coming up in July, correct?
Yes.
What, I'll say, art-wise or creatives-wise, who are you still looking for? Are you still looking for creatives to fill these slots? Are you looking for, I don't know, aspiring young interns to go ahead and cover things along those lines? Like, what are some of the moving parts that you are calling out to the art and creative community to be like, hey, like my grandma say, come see about us?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're definitely still taking vendors. Anybody with an art background, we want to see you there. This is your platform. This is your chance to showcase your work, your energy, your creatives. We want you there. So we want you to reach out to us. The event is July 25th. It's a pretty long event from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. 2 sessions actually. And we're excited, so reach out to us. If you're a sculptor, you're a photographer, you're a videographer, visual artists, designers, fashion designers, we want you there. So we got a whole lot rolling out for this event, so we can't wait to see you guys there.
So it's really, a call to creatives on any level. And like you said before, having been in that area, like, it's just something calming and soothing about the water.
Yes, it is.
And then, of course, like 8 o'clock and the sun sets. See, now you get me. I need to write again.
Right.
After doing all this recording. Do you need authors?
I do. We're going to talk about that
Oh,
also.
yes.
But don't forget, we're also going to have live entertainment as well. We're going to have some broadcasting there. So come out and have a good time. Bring the family out. Just come and enjoy the art that's there. Dwayne is going to do some special pieces there. We're going to have a silent auction there. We're going to give away one of his signature pieces there. So it's a lot going on. We just want to see you guys there.
This is just great because like I said, anytime creatives can come together, that's always great. The energy is, and I'm preaching to the choir here. The energy is a different energy. It's a different synergy. Things along those lines. Like, I'm already excited. I know y'all are putting in work, but what are you most excited, other than seeing this come to fruition? What are other things that you are excited about in seeing this come together and come to light?
I'm excited about the future of our companies, especially the art department. We have some things going on that I want to mention, but I can't mention, and I just can't wait to come back on your show and tell you what it's all about, because you're going to see more of cultural design.
Oh, so in other words, what you're saying, as big as this is almost like that big appetizer. Like,
Yes,
instead of getting like the little munchkins, this is like a hot donuts now, 12-pack of Krispy Kremes, just good sugary oozing goodness, all that type of thing.
It's just an appetizer.
But there's some more constructive shenanigans on the horizon.
Something major.
This is great. This is great. So we've got right here, remind our viewers again, the date, time, location, the creatives that you still need, and the ways that people can find out more and lend support for what really should be an amazing event.
Okay, so the date is July 25th at Piedmont Park, Atlanta, from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're still looking for poets. We want lots of poetry there, actually. We're still looking for vendors, art-based vendors. We still have one more spot for a food truck, so we're looking for a food truck vendor as well. Jewelry makers, fashion designers, we still have spots for them. So this is a pretty big event. So we would love to have you guys come and be a part. You can follow us anywhere at She Makes Moves Enterprises. Send me a message. The Eventbrite link is going up this week. Ticket sales are going up next week. So we're here. We're here. It's getting close.
So it sounds like after people enjoy, this upcoming Memorial Day holiday, get out safely and constructively. Yes. And when you dial it back a notch from, cooking out or fishing or just happy to be outside, Like that Monday or Tuesday, you need to come back around and go ahead and start making it happen.
Start making it happen. Get your tickets. Reach out if you're a vendor. Reach out. Myself and our executive assistant, Chanel Brown, will be in charge of getting you all set up and registered. We're looking forward to it. So don't be afraid. It's summertime. We've been cooped up for a long time because of COVID. It's time to live, have some fun, and enjoy some beautiful artwork.
And I'll tell you what, the whole living theme, it comes back to where it's located, Piedmont Park. And in that area, if it's been a minute since you've been there, I would encourage you all to go back. You know how calming and soothing and placid and creative the water is. Even the imagery of the water has allowed me to freestyle here on the mic like, I don't know, like I write books and stuff like that.
Because you write books.
Because I do. This is what I do. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and go to our first commercial break. And when we come back, as impressive as this event is, they've got some more things up their sleeves. So we're going to take a commercial break and we will be right back. Make sure to stay connected with me at the social media and information provided. Add one of my 3 books as well as my audiobook series, The Author's Mixtape, to your library and your favorite reader or listener's library. So make sure to check out my work and add to your collection today. Many thanks to the Seattle Urban Book Festival as having me on their website as one of their featured authors. I'd also like to thank the following media outlets that you see here for the interviews that are already active, and there's more on the way. So in addition to these outlets, make sure to check out my upcoming interview with Phoenix Blue, as well as the Author's Mixtape as a featured pick on By Black Authors. Doing good, but doing it greater. That's what Creative Community Solutions is all about. Check out our work for education-based services, press and media services, along with writing and editing services. Connect with us at the information provided, and let's help you make good things happen too. Shouts to the Wynn Legacy House 1 and 2. If you or someone you know is based in the East Point, Georgia area, connect with them for your event needs, hosting needs, and so many other outstanding services. So look them up and make sure to check them out. Many thanks to MOS Wanted Multimedia Group LLC and their pet service, Playful Paws. If you or someone you know in the A needs dog sitting and care service today, make sure to connect with them at the information provided. Third Level Entertainment Music Group. If you are an artist or trying to get any type of high quality recording done, make sure to connect with them on your favorite social media platforms for outstanding rates, outstanding service, and outstanding production. So make sure to check them out. And finally, shouts to my band, the Ear Candy Experience, for providing the opening and closing music. Make sure to connect with them today for your music needs, ranging from private events, public events, and more. The Ear Candy Experience, providing those sweet sounds to your ear. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our second segment. And I tell you what, if that first segment didn't blow you away, this one right here, if you weren't ready, like they said, you need to stay ready. So staying ready clearly is part of what you do. So you already talked about what's going on in July, but there's still the rest of the year. And after July, which word should I use? Fall? No, let me go into my vernacular. As we turn the page and go into autumn, there are going to be sweet, soothing sounds that folks need to pay attention to and want to hear.
Absolutely. I like it. I like it.
Hey, I'm just like they said, stay ready, so I might as well stay ready for it.
Right.
So in the fall, in the autumn, as things transition, one of the events or one of the projects you have coming up is going to help tap in to that music element. So walk through with us what is really getting ready to roll back out during the fall.
Okay. So previously we've done a run back in 2019 of our On the Mic music showcase. So in the fall of this year, we're bringing it back, our On the Mic music tour. And we're doing it bigger and better. Of course, we have a partner this time who originally was our People's Choice winner for last season, and we have another partner, Kai Patterson LLC, who's not here today. And I'm going to let Chanel D. Brown talk a little bit about On the Mic, if that's okay.
You know what, that is fine by me, fine by me. And it's great to welcome Chanel back. Chanel, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, great. So walk through with us, again, the name of the series, and walk through what are some of the moving parts behind the music series.
The name of the series is On the Mic. I know a lot of people probably mispronounce it and want to say On the Mic. It's On the Mic. So we basically want to take artists to a different level and really put them in the spotlight that they deserve, really getting them heard in the more professional manner, more than it just being just a showcase. This is more like a concert of great artists, great potential, and great people, great vibes, great music of all diversities.
That is awesome, and it's great that you said, because some people hear showcase and it's like, all right, you might do 1 track, 2 tracks, 3 tracks, right. Okay, God bless, good night, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you are taking it a little bit different. Why would you say this is the creative tangent that you're doing and making this showcase just different from what people are used to with the showcase? Because
sometimes doing it the same way can get boring. So therefore, when you switch it up in the way that we're bringing it, just for the platform of Atlanta, it's just like a music capital, of course. So a lot of people come here. A lot of new people are here. A lot of people haven't been out because of COVID, and they want to get their music heard. A lot of people have realized their talent on the inside while COVID has been going on. So we want to know more about them and everything that they can bring to the table, because you never know. You might have your next Mariah Carey sitting right in front of you.
That's a very good point, because, you know, talent can be just about anywhere. And you made a very valid point, not only just through the lens of music, but in general during this now normal or downtime or whatever. Right. If people really were committed to taking time to slow down the moving parts, they either discovered talents that they didn't have, or they rediscovered things that were on hold. Right. And using that theme for this particular piece, it's either you're recognizing the talent you already have and trying to elevate it, or if you've discovered or rediscovered. Right. Talk to us really to go on that theme or that tangent, the theme of rediscovery. And we'll pivot it a little bit on your direction as someone who is in arts and entertainment. During this time, what discovery or rediscovery did you basically embark on during this time?
I really embarked on, so during COVID, it either made you really want to find a more creative side of yourself or just sleep on everything that you've already been doing. So for Chanel B, it made me want to do more as far as owning my music and as far as owning, and I'm not saying like in the format of, you know, your BMI or whatever, the sense like that. I'm saying knowing and finding your true sound. And that's the most amazing part, which is why on the mic, you're going to have a diverse of singers, not just, you know, your R&B singers or your soulful singers. We want country singers to come out. We want, you know, if you do bluegrass music to come out. But one thing that we want to set the vibe for too is that rehearse. We're going to have auditions. So that's what also takes it up a notch as well on the level of American Idol or The Voice and such like that. But we're bringing it here, and it's going to be local. So that's the amazing thing about it. Then when we start going on the road with it, it's going to gain traction. And because we have a diverse of people and singers, we're even going to have a live band. So that's what's going to just set it off. A lot of showcases that you see, they do it with tracks. And I don't like tracks. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like if you're a real singer and you're owning the mic, you should be able to sing your song either a cappella or with a live band. So with the live band, we're just going to bring it, and whatever you have, we're just looking forward to it.
And you said a lot and shared a lot right there. But it's great, because that's part of sharing the story and sharing the narrative. And like you said, during this time of discovery and rediscovery, it's like, why not go, you know, a little bit, instead of toe deep, go knee deep. Right. You know, those types of things. And like you said before, to put that creative challenge out there to artists, if you're really dedicated to your craft. Yes. And that's something that I'm sure is going to come out within this showcase, but remind our viewers again, not only just through the lens of music and performance, but how important it really is to show a dedication to your craft.
The dedication to your craft just shows you exactly the way that the rest of your career will go if that's something that you take seriously. So you have to put in work, a lot of work. So if you come in front of us and you audition and you half doing it, that just shows to go that you're just not ready. Doesn't mean that it's not for you or it's not meant for you. It's just for that time. It's just not ready. So therefore, with, like you said, with COVID, it makes you really find that inner part of, have you been rehearsing? Have you been practicing? Are you really serious about this and this is what you want to do? Because there's so many levels to it. So therefore, we really want to make sure that we get those great people out there who deserve it, who really have been working hard. We see a lot of singers that are studio singers, and they might not be as well live singers. I prefer a live singer because then that means that there's so much more that you have to offer and so much more that you can give to us. So that's what we're looking for.
So in other words, when you said that last part, and it's nothing wrong, it's almost like there's nothing wrong with being a specialist, but make sure your specialty is as broad as possible.
Right.
And then I was hearing the whole time, I'm like, this is free game right here. Like, for real. this is like free game right here. I hope y'all at home are taking notes. Come on. You know you're used to doing this, typing, writing. You might want to take some things down. So again, you're taking the showcase to a deeper level.
Yes.
And like you said, it's encompassing of different genres. You're putting the message out there. Again, be dedicated to your craft. And it's not about doing the perfect job, but giving an honest job where people see that you're putting in the time, you're putting in the work. And it comes back to one of those old school sayings, hard work pays off.
Right.
And people notice.
Because that's even like I said, we have a live band, of course, and we know that there are artists who are multi-talented. So you may even be playing an instrument with the live band accompanying you. That's amazing. But I want to see if you're playing the guitar, have you practiced the right way? Therefore saying, cut the lights off and play your guitar. Mm-hmm. If you can't do that, then you might want to do a little bit more work.
We need creativity. We need your
be creative,
creativity.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So the whole thing, hard work, be
Yes.
creative. Y'all better be taking notes out there. I'm just saying. I mean, of course, you can always run this back, but I'm just saying you might want to take some notes. So it's great. So now let me ask you this: with it coming up in September, do you see this? Is this going to be a recurring series, or how? What plans can you share with us regarding when this rolls out in September? What's next within this piece?
We are actually looking to do about once a month. So, yeah, time and place will be determined. But at the end of the day, we're looking at it to be a once a month type of thing. Because then you still have your People's Choice and you still have your first place winners, and there's so many things that we're going to give, as well as, giving back to the community and having vendors come up. We're all about sharing. We're all about, showing the creative side of everybody. It's not just about us. And as we realize COVID, you can't do anything by yourself.
Those are some great points in regards to the goal to make it a recurring and monthly series. That means it's affording more artists more opportunities. Still going to be the broad scale or broad base regarding different genres and things of that nature. And of course, like you said before, just put in work.
And we also have some incentives for artists.
Really?
Well, yes, we do. Lots of incentives. We have prize votes. We're giving away a lot of prizes. Speaking from an artist management standpoint, a lot of the artists come to the showcase and they perform, they win, they go home. So we're going to take it a step further. We're going to work with those artists that needs the development. We're going to work with the artists that needs the coaching, the vocal coaching. We're going to work with them that needs the guidance. So we're going to take it further than just performing on the stage with a band.
All right, so I make sure I understand this correctly. So, of course, you're taking the showcase concept and going a little bit deeper and a little bit broader. And instead of getting like the big old case of like red Kool-Aid or what do you call it, flavor ice. Remember when you were younger, the little flavor ice things and what have you? jujubes and stuff like that. Like they're really walking away, you know, Happy Meals. Like they're like walking away with stuff. Remind people again some of the incentives that you are putting in place to not only, like I said, build on the broad base, you know, for the event, but it's like we want to be a resource. Yeah. And that's huge. So walk through with our viewers again.
So a lot of times the artists, they typically just want to perform. They have the talent, they want to get on the stage and they want to perform. But we want you guys to be developed. We want you to be packaged right for, if you want to sign with a record label, make sure you're in position for that. Make sure you have your publishing, your distribution. Make sure all that is in place. So we want to help you guys do that. We want to help you develop your own publishing, your own record label, your own business standpoint, your own platform there as an artist. Because if you're an artist and you're just performing, you're not growing like you should be. So we want you to grow to the next level. And of course we have something very big, but we can't talk about it until we get to the auditions. So we're going to keep that in the vault. And we have a lot of partners that's donating prizes. So you won't only see prizes from She Makes Moves and Be True to You Entertainment, which is Chanel's brand. So you won't just see prizes from us. You'll see prizes from a lot of other labels and production companies and vocal coaches. So we have a very wide variety of people coming aboard.
You know what? And we've heard this term before, like the one-stop shop.
Yes,
like
it is.
it's more like, it's not like the shop, it's like the one-stop block, basically. Yeah. Like seriously, because you're strengthening that performance piece for exposure, experience, but now you're tying in incentives, like you said, to help make sure, and y'all have seen this, you know, the industry, to put it politely, can provide hours of entertainment, and we're just going to leave it there. It can provide hours of entertainment, and if you're not ready for hours of entertainment, you know, you might get mollywopped, been had, hoodwinked, run amok,
that's right,
led astray, got all that type of stuff. And I mean, we're laughing about it because you do have to breathe, but like you said, there's different aspects that some people might not know. And like you said, if you're only focusing on just the stage, right, there's a universe bigger than that.
Way bigger.
And that's the whole point. And at least provide these access points to where the stage is cool, but you might want to know a little bit about this. Yes. You may want to know a little bit about that. It's just like when you get a meal. I mean, salt and pepper are cool, but you might want, some lemon pepper, some seasoned salt. Wait, let me use some oregano, stuff like that. So it's like the same principle. It's the same principle. So you've got, like you said, a great concept, a great series, something that's going to cast a wide net, and again, providing some amazing resources. Walk through with our viewers again when it will launch, and how can people find out about how to get plugged in, connected, and on top of that, is there still a need for different entities or outlets to say, hey, we can be a part of this to help add to this resource space?
Absolutely. So we're launching the first show September 10th, which is a Friday at 6 p.m. We'll let the location come out a little bit later on, but people are going to be able to come on, be a part of this event. We're all about growth. All about growth. So we have some sponsors coming aboard. We're definitely still accepting applications for artists, but we want to do it with our auditions. So we got 3 unique style auditions coming up. First audition will be via Clubhouse, of course. And if you make it past the Clubhouse audition, then you audition via Zoom in front of a few of our colleagues. And then, of course, the biggest audition will be in person with our panel of judges if you make it past the second one. So you guys better get your game up.
In other words, you might want to play some Wu-Tang and like enter the 36 chambers and develop your styles, like for real. For real. So again, remind people of the date and how they can find out about those, like you said, those first steps, how to start going through those stages.
So the date again is September 10th. Stay plugged in with She Makes Moves Enterprises for all these projects. Now we're also creating On the Mic's own leg. So new website, everything going up. So we'll put that up, but if you stay in touch with She Makes Moves, you're plugged in.
Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting a combination of entertainment, education, resource building, references to Wu-Tang and everything. We're just doing it all up in here. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our second commercial break, and we come back, we're going to find out they still got things stirring in the pot. Still got it. So let's go ahead and go to our commercial break. Okay, Chicago, you got to check out Unity Day Chicago, the hashtag Unity Day CHI for events on May 29th and 30th. It's fun, it's festive, it's community oriented, and making sure to drive to stop the violence on the west side and south side. So make sure to check them out today. Make sure to be a part of the relaunch celebration for Real Women Atlanta magazine on June 24th. You must RSVP at the information provided on the screen. And if you have a business and are looking for great business partner sponsor opportunities, connect with them immediately. Join them today. Be a part of the winning team, the Georgia Spartans. The semi-professional basketball team in the UMBL Hoops League will play for the title on May 29th, and check out their health fair on June 12th. Again, be a part of the winning team, the Georgia Spartans. Thanks to Enigma Entertainment Group, Groovin' on the Green takes place June 26th. VIP is sold out, but do not fret. You can still get a ticket for this great outdoor concert and more, featuring Lakeside, Big Pokey Bear, and Evelyn Champagne King. So get your tickets today. Photography, video, short film, documentaries, commercials. Do you get the picture? If so, connect with Chris10 Media. So it's KRIS_10 Media on your social media platforms and more, so they can help you with your media needs. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, your hat is your crown, and there's nothing that says that more than a custom fedora for men and women created by 1820 Hats. Inspired by Matthew 1820, connect with them on their website and IG and live free. And speaking of, check out this audio clip.
Rise and shine. Time to get on the grind. What's on your mind? Is it how the time rewinds when you are flowing in your purpose, but it's worth it? All right, now snap out of it. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Make it happen. You relaxing and time is passing you by. Time flies. Have you ever seen your idea floating across the TV screen only to realize it wasn't you? I mean, it was your idea, but you sat on it because you thought.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back for our third segment. And you know what? You talked about all this artistry, and during that commercial break, I know, shameless plug, that's from the current audiobook. Pick it up, pick it up. So during our next segment, like we said, we've heard so much about the moves that y'all are making with the event in Piedmont Park, the artist showcase. So y'all have been putting in, I'm gonna have to slow clap, because y'all have been putting in work. Y'all have really been putting in work. But wait. There's more. And this is really like shooting. On one hand, it's shooting off on the horizon, but as we've seen, the horizon can come kind of quickly. And as much stuff as you're doing here in the great vicinity of metropolitan Atlanta, for people in the other parts of the state, we do acknowledge that the other part of the state exists. And this is something that you definitely want to go ahead and say it with your chest and all that type of good stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff here in the A, but there's a lot of good things that are going out in other parts of the state of Georgia, and then in South Georgia, and you know, the home of, let me guess, Brunswick, correct? Brunswick stew in the building and all that type of stuff.
Absolutely.
Got me over here hungry.
So before we get to Brunswick, we need to talk about what took us there.
Sure, walk us through.
So, of course, there's She Makes Moves Enterprises, and of course, there's Culture Designing, the art company. Well, our third company is Cocktails and Corkscrews LLC, and that's our wine brand.
Wait. Repeat that one more time. Run it back. Run that last one back for us one more time.
Cocktails and Corkscrews.
Cocktails and Corkscrews.
Our
You know
wine
it,
brand.
and you know it. It's 5 o'clock somewhere,
It's
so you
five-
know it. We
it's
got to go.
always
No, I'm just
5
kidding.
o'clock.
I'm just
Absolutely. So that's our wine brand. Of course, I'll let my president and brother-in-law, Mr. William Hicks, talk about that. But Cocktails and Corkscrews, we decided we were going to build our own brand, and that's how we ended up in the city of Brunswick. So we'll let him talk about that, and then we'll talk back about what's going on in Brunswick.
Sounds good. So here we have right here, man, you talk about regal over here. Look at here, when you come all in black, black means business.
Right.
So I'm going to make sure I'm on my best behavior. I'm trying to get out of here in one piece. So we're going to go ahead and pivot on the couch right quick. And let's see if we can go ahead and do that in just a moment. There we have it. Like I said, looking like the Godfather himself.
How are you?
Exactly. I didn't take nothing. It wasn't me. So let people know who you are and talk with us the concept that's going on.
Well, I'm president of Cocktails and Corkscrew, and we have a wine brand under Cocktails and Corkscrew. I heard you say earlier, wait, and one of the things I came up with a slogan when we were doing a video presentation. I said, you haven't tasted ours yet. We're passionate about the growth of wine and its outstanding ability to bring people together. We're committed to the organic wine industry, and we plan to enhance it by providing leadership through community relations. We have a slogan, and our goal is simply this: we want to take an ordinary bottle of wine and turn it into an extraordinary experience, one glass at a time.
Ooh, wait. We're gonna run that back one more time. We need to run that back for the people in the back, front, back, side to side. Go ahead and run that slogan back with us one more time. 21 and older, of course.
Our goal is simply this: we want to take an ordinary bottle of wine and turn it into an extraordinary experience, one glass at a time. We know wine does some very beautiful things. If a young man ever wants to impress his woman, take her to a winery on a wine date on the weekend. Dating has increased these days. You've got to be more creative. We're premising ourselves to be a forefront in Georgia when it comes to wine. So we are.
Yeah, well, the way you came in here looking like the Godfather and talking about, I got an offer that you can't refuse. And I'm just sitting here like, yes, sir. It's like, I'll go ahead and start crushing grapes at this rate.
Right.
And what have you. But that's an amazing concept. And you made a very good point. Not just the whole dating thing. See, some fellas, you're getting free advice. Just saying. But how a lot of people during this discovery time are rediscovering some of those passions, like you said, doing the wine tasting, tapping into all these other things. So now you've got this great concept in place, this great entity in place. Now that you have that together, what's the next step, or what's the continued growth or evolution?
I'm glad you asked. We're hosting the Taste of Brunswick Food and Wine 2022. It's a collaboration of chefs and wine connoisseurs expanding their brand. Obviously, vendors, and we're basically taking over the city. It'll be in 2022. We've already started the whole mechanism that comes with setting up everything and planning. It's more to come. I'm sure that we're definitely going to explain it, as time comes, and with marketing and everything.
And here's a question, and of course, I'm sure people in Atlanta are wondering, why Brunswick? Why there? You can do this right up here. Why go way down to South Georgia?
Well, We're glad you asked. So Brunswick happened to have a central location on the I-95 corridor. Brunswick is along the scope of the islands, the water. It's in the middle of everything. And you have the first millionaire island out there. You have Jekyll Island. You have Sapelo Island. You have St. Simon's Island. So why not do it in Brunswick? And along with what William has told you, we're also in the making of bringing our own winery, wedding venue, out to Brunswick, Georgia. So we're preparing ourselves for that life out there, for the wine, the art, the entertainment, all on I-95. So you can't go to Brunswick, you can't go to Jacksonville, you can't go to Savannah, you can't go to Charleston without coming to see Cocktails and Corkscrews in Brunswick, Georgia.
So you know what? Me and my music hat, y'all been playing a lot of Eric B. and Rakim with Thinking of a Master Plan. Ain't none but sweat inside my hand. I mean, no, but it's great. And this is what makes stuff like this so much fun. When you have hardworking people, creative minds, very grounded. We all know where this all is coming from, ladies and gentlemen. And you're making those steps and you're evolving and you're going into, quote, on one hand, it's uncharted because nobody's done it.
Right.
But then it's like, why not you do it?
Absolutely. And one of the things that we pride ourselves on with She Makes Moves is partnerships. Partnerships are amazing. And with the partnership with She Makes Moves, we've built a lot around the United States. And one of our bigger partnerships is with the city of Brunswick, Georgia. So just like William said, we're going to shut the whole city down. So we're going to bring everybody out. So it doesn't matter if you're in Brunswick, if you're in Atlanta, if you're in New York City, we're bringing you all down to Brunswick, Georgia.
Wow. And guess what? You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at God. Look at God. Look at me. Look at
What
me.
we do?
Hey, look at here. He has been still working and everything. And that is so amazing. So let me ask you this. As you're getting everything structured for a successful launch in 2022, and it kind of piggybacks on the previous segments, do you see yourself making sure that Brunswick is the foundation and then maybe you expand this? Or is it like, you know what, this is going to be homegrown. This is going to really leave. In other words, do we want to leave a big footprint in Brunswick? Or do we want to see if Brunswick is the launching point for other cities in South Georgia, in the Southeast, wherever that can benefit from these win-wins that you're committed to creating?
Absolutely. So we're definitely gonna keep a big footprint in Brunswick, Georgia, but we're also gonna put big footprints elsewhere.
Wow, sounds like you need to get on your walking shoes, your jogging shoes, your sprinter shoes, and make sure you have a glass or carafe and a little bag to go with it and everything. So now, with it coming up in 2022, do you have a tentative date or a general range that people can, quote, slowly circle on the calendar and mark when they need to circle back when things, are fully ready?
Well, it's definitely going to be summer 2022. Hopefully we'll be rolling out in a couple of months some more information, but you won't have to wait till summer 22 to taste our wines.
Oh, did you bring a bottle? Hey, I had to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed around here.
Our,
Did you?
our wines will be on the market before December 31st this year.
Oh, wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. So let me ask you this question then. With everything going on the wine end, where can people go to start, once again, keeping it on the radar and then going ahead and making it happen?
So Cocktails and Corkscrews, of course, we have a lot of other things other than just wine coming up on the scene. So that's why we have different websites, we have different platforms coming available. Once again, if you want to stay plugged in with any brand creation, anything that we're doing with Cocktails and Corkscrew, Culture Design Inc., Be True to You Entertainment, Kai Patterson LLC, stay plugged in with She Makes Moves Enterprises, amongst a few other businesses that we have coming as well.
Wow, so that's a whole lot going on. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our last quick 1-minute pause. When we come back, we'll have our closing remarks and a shout out to one of the Metro Atlanta high schools.
So I
always go back to that. And, you know, I always feel that, you know, Lisa is kind of guiding me. Lisa is putting people in front of me that need to
You have
be
the darkness here. Every hat tells a story, because everything is like I told you before. Everything is faith based. These hats have different colors. I would love for you. Oh, there it is on the screen.
No,
Bam.
we have been present. Alpha Phi Alpha, like I said, was founded in 1906, and we've been present in front of the scenes and behind the scenes at every important pivotal moment in American history since 1906.
Entertainment, business, community, and more. Join us every second and fourth Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Status Network, the Lyve TV channel, for the Conversation Corner hosted by the author Andrew Snorton. And let's have a conversation.
Shown on the Status Network, Lyve TV, and let's have a conversation. We'll see you soon.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back to kind of just bring everything together. I tell you, it's always great when we have exclusive guests on. Number one, there's not that much moving to do. But number two, look, everybody, whether it's a standard segment or full show, as you can tell right here, this is what we do every second and fourth Wednesday. We have fun here, but we take care of business. We want to make sure that these and other awesome stories get amplified. So there's a couple of things that it was my fault, you know, working late and all that type of thing that I didn't get in during the commercial break. But as you saw in that quick 1 minute teaser, you saw Raindrop Lopez, who's actually the sister of the late Lisa Left Eye Lopez. We want to acknowledge tomorrow would have been Lisa Left Eye Lopez's 50th birthday. If we can get that flyer up, we had them on as guests before. So tomorrow they're kicking off the relaunch of the play To the Left, which is basically a one-woman play on the retrospective of the life of Lisa Left Eye Lopez. So starting tomorrow, they'll do a live stream preview on Facebook with the members of the Lopez family and a couple others. So you saw right there, you can go ahead. If we could run that back one more time, and if we could run that back. So if you check out the ticket information on the bottom of the screen, it'll start tomorrow, wrap up, June 13th. The performances will be virtual, but I tell you what, I saw it 2 years ago in person, and then last fall they did it virtually through I forget the name of the theater in Duluth, Georgia, but definitely make sure to check that out. So that's definitely one that you want to check out. The next flyer, it should be a reminder regarding yes. So even though you saw in the commercial break, had to say it, to stay connected with yours truly, make sure to connect with me on your social media platforms, including tonight when I do that live talk. The books, the audiobooks, author, speaker, and host. Add to your reading library, as you see in the upper right-hand corner, and what have you. And yes, my voice is definitely being amplified today. Yes, sir. So check out the books on the upper right-hand corner for the poetry lovers. Deeper Than Your Deepest Sleep, Thoughts on Love with Joseph Snorton, people who need motivation, encouragement, and inspiration, 9 Stories of Faith, and those who are fans of the game of baseball, including a section on Negro Southern League's Museum, Nothing Minor. And on the bottom half, like I said, audiobooks. You heard one of the tracks from the audiobook, the author's mixtape volume 4, the collab featuring Chris 10. Don't worry, she does a bang-up job. I do my job too. But check out the other 3 editions available on all your favorite streaming platforms: Tidal, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, Shazam, about 300 overall. So yeah, we're definitely putting in work. And before we close out, again, remind people the name of your company, how people can stay connected, and definitely with the most immediate event coming up in July, and a reminder for our creative community to be a part of that.
Absolutely. So the name of the company is She Makes Moves Enterprises. You can find us on any social media platform at She Makes Moves Enterprises. The website is shemakesmovesenterprises.com. So yeah, so that's where we are. You can reach us out there. The Eventbrite link for all the events that we have coming up will be going up next week. Next week, the Eventbrite links will be up, so you can look out for that. Art in the Park, we're ready. We're here, guys. We want you guys to reach out, send me a message, send me a windmill, send send me anything. We want to see you guys at the events we have coming up. It's an opportunity to grow, to showcase your talent, your gifts, your skills. Culture Design Inc. also has a few things coming up other than just the Art in the Park. And of course, we'll be back soon to talk about those things as well.
Definitely, definitely. So that is, awesome. And like I said before, this is what we do. Before we close out with a shout to one of the high schools, definitely want to thank your entire team for being out here. Everybody across the board, and even the Godfather over there. What have you? Yeah, Godfather Black up in the building. But seriously, we thank all of you creators for coming together, doing great work across the board, great work across the state, great work literally across the country. So, we definitely look forward to having you back to talk about those other things. It's like I was talking about earlier with somebody off camera about like playing spades. Like, y'all know you're about to cut. Like someone just played a king and you're about to cut it with the three of spades. Be like, nah, I'm going to let it walk with something else. Right. Exactly. That's why off camera you like, yeah, he right. He knows I can play spades. Exactly.
Well, we appreciate you having us. We really do. And we look forward to coming back and talking about the many other projects we have going on. We also look forward to coming back and having Chanel be hit a note or two for you guys as well.
Yeah. She's
doing big things as well.
She's thorough, y'all. She's thorough, y'all, for real. So as we get ready to wind down, we're going to close out the show with a shout. As you guys know, yes, among other hats I wear as an author. And I want to give an acknowledgement to Luella High School. They are way down in Locust Grove. That is a mighty long drive. But I got to give shouts to the administrators there. Cedric Nash, thank you so much. To the head baseball coach. They actually purchased a team set of Nothing Minor, and I was very blessed earlier this spring, actually in March, to speak to the team. But I was able to make it back this past Monday and personalize their copies and things of that nature. So we're going to close out the show with a little clip and highlight. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the player you're going to see, you're talking about where women can do anything. The honorable mention second baseman, African-American woman, rising junior. So let's go ahead and close out with watching this, and we're going to see y'all in a couple weeks. All right, y'all, this is the author, Andrew Snorton, and I'm out here at Luella High School chopping up with some great people, the administrators, the head baseball coach, and one of the great players. So, y'all, what you want to go ahead and say to everybody?
What you got?
What would I say?
Honorable mention second baseman.
If y'all are anywhere close around the Luella area, you should come out and watch us play next season. We're going to go hard, like for real.
Go. Yeah, to follow what she said, we got big things going on here at Luella High School, and we just come out and support us. I'll be out in the community trying to get people to come out and support us. And we just thank Mr. Snorton for coming through and providing us with some knowledge and some things that these kids need to hear as far as baseball. And I just thank you for the opportunity to be able to do this and coming out here and just go Lions, and we're going to keep this thing going, and we can't do nothing but go up from here.
And tell folks the best way to stay connected on Instagram to follow and support the team.
Luella_baseball. Luella_baseball. Follow us. I got some things on there now about honorable mention standing behind me. We only had a roster of 12 kids this year, but 8 of them made first team all-region, second team all-region, and honorable mention.
Like I said, small team, but a big heart. And you can stay connected with me, author A. Snorton, on Instagram. So check it out, and check out the book Nothing Minor. And we're going to see y'all real soon.
Read it.
Definitely read it, please. Get it, read it, share it, you got it. But definitely thanks again to Luella High School. Thanks to the baseball team. You heard how to stay connected with them, so please do so. And we look forward to seeing y'all soon. And that is Nothing Minor. All right, y'all, take care. All right, and there you have it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Thank you for tuning in. Real quick reminder, yes, it's a holiday weekend. Be safe out there. We will see you all on June 9th. All right, be a friend. Tell somebody. Share it. We're out.